So welcome you all in the fifth session of OSDP on real analysis. So I request Satya sir, please start the session.
Thank you. Thank you, Sunilji, for this opportunity. And first of all, I'm thankful to and appreciate all the participants because you are continuously attending and participating. So, okay, today we'll start the session. So I hope all of you able to see that A is non-empty set and A is subset of real numbers and alpha is some real number. Okay. Just recall that what sir started, Sunil sir, in the last class. Okay. So alpha is an upper bound. Is an upper bound. Upper bound for A, right? And the second point is that if beta is an upper bound, if beta is an upper bound for A, then you know what is that? What is it I'm talking about? I not told anything, but one of you can say, right? Yeah, Sunil. Yeah, Jyoti, can you say what is that I want to say right here? What is this? Just what is I'm talking about? Do you aware of? Yeah, Sahil. Yeah, go ahead.
For alpha is less than equal to beta.
Alpha is equal to beta. What this definition is about?
The least upper bound.
Okay. So A is an non-empty subset of real numbers and alpha is a real number. Then alpha is the least upper bound of A in R. Okay. Alpha is the least upper bound of A in R. If alpha is an upper bound for A, and second condition is that if beta is an upper bound of for A, then alpha is less than or equal to beta, right? But I'm writing here another way. Okay. Here I'm writing that alpha is an upper bound. Alpha is an upper bound of A. Alpha is an upper bound for A. Okay. Second point I'm writing instead of this. So you can see that if gamma is less than alpha, then gamma is not an upper bound of gamma is not an upper bound of A. So what is the difference in these two sides? Are you able to see? One common thing is that is common, right? A is non-empty, A is subset of or alpha is a real number. This is common throughout. Okay. If you look at this side and this side now, what is where is the difference? So can you raise hand if you want to say something? Where is the difference? Yeah, Aryan, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Hope I will be able to. Second, just because they are contraperative statements.
Is it both are same?
Yes. Sir.
Why both are same? I'm not able to. Okay, Aryan. So you are saying that both. Are you saying that
provided?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Anyhow, so I'll ask other person. Can Sunil sir, can you help? Hello.
Jyoti.
Jyoti.
Good evening, sir.
I'm not asking your subject. I'm asking
sir,
that are you able to say good evening?
Sir.
Yeah. No need to say good evening and all.
Sir, these both are different.
Yeah. Which one is different? Which statement is different? Say आपको किस
Sir, second one.
Second one is different in these two, right? That time only I'm asking. दोनों में second
Yes, sir.
वाला different है. क्या फर्क है? पहली में तो beta is an upper bound of A, then alpha is less than or equal to beta. दूसरी में क्या है? If gamma is less than alpha, then gamma is not upper bound of A. But now the question is that if I say if I say these things, right? A is non-empty, A is subset of R, and alpha belongs to R. If alpha is an upper bound of A, and if gamma is less than alpha, then gamma is not upper bound of A. Is it also definition for least upper bound? Then alpha is least upper bound for A in R. Okay. So is it this also a definition? How many of you agree that this is also I can take as a definition? What is mean by least upper bound? It is a out of all upper bound, that is a least, right? Is it conveying that message here? Is that message is conveyed here? Look at that alpha is an upper bound, and if gamma is less than alpha, then gamma is not an upper bound. That means out of all upper bounds, which one is the least now? Yeah.
Yes, Preeti. Yes, Preeti.
Yeah, you people are not responding.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
सर आप क्या पूछना चाह रहे हैं मुझे समझ नहीं आ रहा है.
मैं पूछ रहा हूँ ये भी डिफिनेशन हो सकता है LUB के लिए, लीस्ट अपर बाउंड के लिए. Alpha is an upper bound of A. If gamma is less than alpha, then gamma is not upper bound of A, right? ये भी लीस्ट अपर बाउंड के लिए डिफिनेशन हो सकता है. साहब ने क्या बताया था? अल्फा इज
हो सकता है.
या ओके या
यस सर हो सकता है. ये भी जब अल्फा ए के लिए लीस्ट अपर बाउंड है तो ये सेकंड वाला जो सेंटेंस है ये भी हो सकता है.
ओके ये भी लीस्ट अपर बाउंड के लिए डेफिनेशन हो सकता है. ओके ओके सो लेट अस assume like that. So I am calling this as definition 1. दिस वाला definition 1 बोलता हूँ, right? This is definition 1 for least upper bound. ये वाला definition 2 बोलता हूँ, right? So definition 1 में क्या है? When we say that alpha is a least upper bound, first of all, alpha is an upper bound of A. Second condition is that okay, alpha is an upper bound of.
Yes, Preeti. Preeti, any question?
नो सर. सर आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही है क्लियर इसमें.
मे बी आपका इंटरनेट कनेक्शन की वजह से हो रहे हैं. I hope everyone is clear. Okay, yeah. So alpha is the least upper bound for A. First of all, alpha is an upper bound of A and beta is an upper bound of A, then alpha is less than or equal to beta. It says that if beta is any upper bound, then alpha is less than or equal to beta. ये बता रहे हैं कि first of all it is an upper bound. Out of all upper bound, the alpha is the least. If beta is any upper bound, alpha is less than or equal to beta. वो बता रहे हैं कि alpha is the least upper bound. इस तरफ क्या है? Alpha is upper bound of A. If gamma is less than alpha, strictly less than alpha here, then gamma not an upper bound of A. ये भी बता रहे हैं कि least upper alpha least upper bound. So I am calling this as definition 1 and this is definition 2. Is it both the same or not? Okay. If these are two are equivalent, then I can use any one of them, right? So I will try to see that. Okay. Suppose that I assume definition 1. Okay, all of you listen carefully. Suppose that I am using definition. So what is that I am telling is that I will assume definition 1. So do you remember all of you 1? Okay, right? Okay. Now what is that I want to show? Definition 2 is correct. Okay. So that means that I am assuming that alpha is the upper bound of for A in R by using definition 1. But what is that I want to show? Alpha is the least upper bound for A by using definition 2. ये चलेगा नहीं चलेगा हम देखते हैं, right? और definition 2 प्रूव करने के लिए क्या क्या प्रूव करना है? ये दोनों प्रूव करना है. Alpha is the least upper bound for A and if gamma less than alpha, gamma is not upper bound of A. लेकिन मैं कुछ प्रूव किया already. मैं definition 1 मान रहा हूँ, ठीक है ना? Yeah, Aryan, can you say something?
Yes, sir. So here we go by contradiction that we assume gamma is less than alpha, then assume that gamma to be an upper bound and show that it is an upper bound.
आज आपका आवाज कट रहे हैं. Okay. Yeah.
Priyansh. Yes, Priyansh.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
इतना स्लो है आपका रेस्पॉन्स. एक्चुअली दिस इज नॉट गोइंग टू वर्क. ओके या प्रियांश गो अहेड. हम क्या प्रूव करना है? मैंने बोल रहा हूँ डेफिनेशन 1 से डेफिनेशन 2 प्रूव करना है। मैंने मान लिया है अल्फा इज लीस्ट अपर बाउंड ऑफ ए बाय यूजिंग डेफिनेशन 1। ये डेफिनेशन 2 से प्रूव करना है तो मैं क्या 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 प्रूव करना है, क्या क्या दिखाना है? ओके, yeah, we need to show that alpha is an upper bound of A and gamma is less than alpha, then gamma is not an upper bound of A. I need to show, but already definition 1 alpha is an upper bound A is already high, so ये प्रूव करने के लिए जरूरत नहीं पहले वाला। दूसरी प्रूव करना है, दूसरी क्या प्रूव करना है? if gamma is less than alpha then gamma is not upper bound of A। so मैं assume करता हूँ let gamma is less than alpha। क्या प्रूव करना है? क्लेम क्या है? क्लेम मतलब what is the I want to show gamma is not an upper bound, right? ये प्रूव करना है, yeah, not an upper bound। so how do you prove? Okay, how do you prove? so we'll write generally, what is the method we generally follow? We prove by contradiction. Suppose gamma is an, yeah,
Satya sir.
voice
Sir, your
is
voice is
breaking.
breaking.
Is it okay now or not okay? Okay,
No, it's good.
okay. Suppose gamma is an upper bound. Gamma is an upper bound for A, right? Then what happens? By definition 1 क्या होता है? Alpha is the least upper bound. I am assuming that alpha is the least upper bound. Alpha is least upper bound. Least upper bound for A. Okay, I am assuming that by definition 1. I want to show that alpha is least upper bound by definition 2. Right? Yeah. So for that first part is okay. Second part I want to show. If gamma less than alpha, then gamma is not upper bound. I want to show. Suppose gamma is an upper bound, then क्या problem क्या है? कहाँ पर है? Can you raise hand if you want to say? Yeah, you can ask sir one of them.
Ayush.
Sir, gamma should be greater than
If
alpha.
by definition 1, gamma is an upper bound, then what we have, gamma is greater than or equal to alpha. But that is contradicts, right? Contradiction of what? Ayush?
Yes, sir.
Contradiction to what?
Sir, contradiction to that, sir. Sir, gamma is greater than. Sir, we are given
Very
that
good.
gamma
We are
is
given
less than
gamma
alpha.
is less than.
This is
But
contradiction.
contradiction to what? So we
Yes,
are
sir.
getting gamma is greater than.
Sir,
Yeah, but what is
gamma
contradiction to what? No,
greater
that
than
is
or equal
okay.
to alpha.
Contradiction to what? In the real numbers, contradiction to what? Yeah, Jyoti, can you tell?
Sir,
Gamma
is
less
not
than
an
alpha
upper
and
bound.
gamma greater than or equal to alpha. No, किसको
Sir,
एक
gamma
contradiction
greater than
होता है?
equal to
Gamma less
alpha.
than. No. Please listen carefully. Gamma less than alpha and gamma greater than or equal to alpha. ये किसको contradiction करता है? ये दोनों होते तो गामा लेस देन अल्फा भी हो रहे हैं, गामा ग्रेटर देन अल्फा भी हो रहे हैं, बाकी छोड़ दो। या आर्यन, गो अहेड।
सर, लॉ ऑफ ट्राइकोटमी।
हाँ, लॉ ऑफ ट्राइकोटमी को कॉन्ट्रडिक्शन कर रहे हैं। गामा लेस देन अल्फा एज वेल एज गामा ग्रेटर देन और इक्वल टू अल्फा, व्हिच इज अ कॉन्ट्रडिक्शन फॉर लॉ ऑफ ट्राइकोटमी। ओके, लॉ ऑफ ट्राइकोटमी। So because of that, what happened now? So our assumption that gamma is not upper bound is wrong. That means, gamma is an upper bound for A is wrong. That means that gamma is not upper bound. So we proved. Okay, definition 1 use करके definition 2 prove किया है. Okay, I'll repeat once. So please go through in your mind. Okay, so I want to show that definition 1 implies definition 2. Suppose alpha is the least upper bound of A with the definition 1. That means what is given? Alpha is an upper bound of A, and if beta is any upper bound of A, then alpha is less than or equal to beta. वो दे दिया है, मैं प्रूव करना है alpha is least upper bound by using definition 2. So for that, first one is already there because it is there in the both places. Now I want to show only second part. Okay, that for that I took that gamma is less than alpha. I want to show that gamma is not upper bound. Not upper bound for A. I want to show that. But suppose by contradiction, suppose that alpha is an upper bound of A. Then by definition 1, gamma is greater than or equal to alpha. That is a contradiction for law of trichotomy, because already gamma is less than alpha. Gamma greater than or equal to alpha, then I'll get a contradiction to law of trichotomy. So our assumption that gamma is an upper bound for A is not true. That means gamma is not an upper bound for A. Is it okay to all of you? Can you raise your hand first? If it is not clear to you, then I will ask you, okay, where you face a problem, so that you need to tell. Is it everyone okay, sir? Sunil, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So all of you can lower your hand. So you understand the proof. Now we want to see the proof in other direction, right? Definition 2 implies definition 1. Definition 2 implies definition 1. So what is I am assuming? Alpha is least upper bound for A by using definition 2 now. Alpha is least upper bound for A using definition 2. What is I have to show? Definition 1 से भी A alpha is the least upper bound होना चाहिए, right? So first part again true है. Now what is that I have to show? To show definition 1 true करने के लिए, only thing I need to second part. What is second part? If beta is an upper bound, okay, for that I take beta, let beta be an upper bound of for A. Okay, so to show second part, definition 1 true, I want to take only the second one. Let beta is an upper bound for A. What is the claim I have to show definition 1 is true? Ayush, can you tell me? Definition 1.
Sir, alpha should be less. Alpha should be less
Beta,
than or equal to.
right? Yeah, good,
beta.
nice. So I want to show this claim. Matlab, what is that I want to show? But now what we can do, right? Yeah. So I want to show alpha is less than or equal to beta, right? Yeah. But what we can do now? How do we proceed? I want you somehow definition 2, right? क्या कर सकता हूँ? I want to show this. So can somebody tell how do I proceed? How do I prove this? Anyone? Can you raise your hand if you want to convey to say? Yeah, Aryan, go ahead.
Yes. So we have proved that we not upper bound.
No,
And write that this some x in
we need to show that alpha less than or equal to beta. ये दे दिया है. Beta is an upper bound for A. हम definition 1 prove करने के लिए alpha less than or equal to beta दिखाना है. How do you prove it? By using definition 2. Definition 2 मतलब definition 2 आपको याद होगा. Definition 2 इस पर है, यहाँ पर है. ये मैं मान रहा हूँ, okay? Alpha is the least upper bound by using this definition. ये definition 1 prove करना है. दोनों पे alpha is the upper bound already है मेरे पास. मैं ये prove करना है. Beta is an upper bound of A, मैं ले लिया. Alpha less than or equal to beta दिखाना है. Yeah, somewhere I want to use definition 1. Yeah. Anyone else? Yeah, you want to say Aryan again? Say.
Jyoti.
Yeah. Aryan, you want to say something again? You say one more time. Last. Your voice is cut. Okay, Preeti. Yeah, go ahead. Okay, Ayush.
Yes.
Sir, from definition 2, sir, we are given that if gamma is less than alpha, so gamma is not the upper bound of.
No. मेरा पास है beta is an upper bound of A. I want to show this part. Alpha less than or equal to beta दिखाना है. कैसे प्रूव करेंगे?
सर बाय डेफिनेशन टू कर सकते सर यूज?
डेफिनेशन
कैन
टू
वी
यूज
यूज
करना है,
डेफिनेशन टू
कैसे
सर
यूज
फॉर
करेंगे वही प्रॉब्लम है. हाँ, या ओके. ज्योति, कैन यू सजेस्ट समथिंग?
Sir, let beta is not an upper bound for A, then
That
alpha is
already,
greater.
no, that मैं ऑलरेडी ले चुका हूँ. बेटा इज एन अपर बाउंड ऑफ ए. क्या प्रूव करना है? अल्फा लेस देन इक्वल टू बेटा दिखाना है. कैसे प्रूव करेंगे? बेटा अपर बाउंड फॉर ए दे दिया है. अल्फा इज लीस्ट अपर बाउंड बाय यूजिंग डेफिनेशन 2, वो भी दे दिया है. ये हमारा हाथ में है. हम प्रूव करना है अल्फा लेस देन इक्वल टू बीटा बाय यूजिंग डेफिनेशन 2. वो कैसे प्रूव करेंगे? अभी ठीक है, समझ गया? You cannot change this. I am already assumed these two. Claim is alpha less than or equal to beta. Yeah, how do you start? Yeah, so anyone else, sir? Sunil, sir?
sir, we can assume that sir let
Hmm.
alpha is greater than
Right.
beta.
Let alpha is greater than, but
Greater
that
than
is
beta.
proved by contradiction. So why you told this? If this is not true, then this is true. Why? By again by law of trichotomy.
Contradiction.
Law of trichotomy
Right.
says that if I take two real numbers,
sir.
either equal होना चाहिए, less than होना चाहिए, greater than होना चाहिए. I want to show that alpha less than or equal to beta. So if you are going by contradiction, that means that suppose alpha is greater than beta. If alpha is greater than beta, and definition 2 क्या बता रहे हैं?
If some number is less than alpha, so it is not
upper
upper
bound.
bound.
But लेकिन हम तो बीटा अपर बाउंड ले लिया है, वो तो प्रॉब्लम हो रहे हैं. वही contradiction है इस बार. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so good, nice. Yeah, so इस बार बहुत आसानी है actually, right? So I hope all of you are clear. So I want to prove alpha less than or equal to beta. Suppose alpha is less than greater than beta, then by definition 2, by definition 2 says, right, what is the definition 2 saying? If any number less than the alpha, then that is not an upper bound. So beta is not upper bound. Beta is not upper bound, right? But that is a contradiction that I took beta is an upper bound. Beta is upper bound, beta is not upper bound. दोनों true कैसे होता है? एक true होता है, एक false होता है. So that's why this is wrong. So our assumption that alpha less than or equal to beta is correct. This is correct. Or otherwise our assumption that alpha greater than beta is not true. Okay, then this is true by law of trichotomy. So we proved that these two definitions are same. Okay, so now I can use both of them. Sometimes second definition is more useful. Sometimes first definition is more useful. Okay, let us see some example with that you can understand, right? Okay, so how second definition is useful, I will try to explain. Yeah.
Satya sir, actually what happened when you speak, your voice is breaking or
Okay.
sometimes it go fast. So,
Okay, what I will do, I will go little slowly. Huh? Yeah,
now it's good,
I
sir.
will go very
Now it's
slowly. Okay. Yeah. So all of you think about this, the interval 2, 3. Okay. So this is my A. You know that A is subset of real numbers and A is non-empty. So चलेगा, आपको पता है, it is non-empty and A is subset of R. Okay, can you give me a list upper bound for this? Yeah, okay. Yeah, go ahead, Ayush. 3. Okay. So you are telling that alpha is equal to 3 is an upper bound, right? Least upper bound. You are saying this is least upper bound for A. Okay. So what is that I have to show? You can show it is least upper bound in 2 ways, right? By definition 1 or definition 2. We'll try to prove by definition 2. Okay. So उसके लिए क्या क्या प्रूव करना है? ये लीस्ट अपर बाउंड दिखाने के लिए क्या क्या शो करना है? Yes, any one of you? Now can you raise hand if you want to say?
आशीष
Ashish, go ahead.
सर
Hmm.
सर एक हम ये शो करना कि अल्फा इज एन अपर
One
बाउंड
minute.
ऑफ ए.
Let's go slow. Okay, we need to show that 3 is an upper bound for A. But how do you show 3 is an upper bound for A? What do you mean by it is an upper bound for A? If
सो
every
हम
element
कोई भी
in
ऐसा
A
एलिमेंट
is
लेंगे.
less than, so यहाँ 2 होगा, यहाँ 3 होगा, right? 2 and 3, right? So now every element in this set is less than 3 by definition, correct? Yeah, because that 3 is an upper bound. So agreed. Okay. So ये तो वो तो prove किया है. Now what next we need to show? To show it is least upper bound. Yeah, you are correct. In order to show 3 is least upper bound, first I have to show it is an upper bound. Okay, वो तो हो चुका है. Now how to prove that it is the least upper bound? Yeah.
So by definition
Definition 2. What is that I had to do now?
सर हम एक ऐसा कोई रियल नंबर लेना है जो 3 से सर.
If gamma is less than 3, then what is that I have to show?
So then gamma
Very
is
good.
not an upper
Gamma
bound.
is not an upper bound. I have to show that gamma is not upper bound for A. ये दिखाना है. If gamma is less than 3, okay, not upper bound. Now you tell me, what do you mean by, how do I show, when you say that an element is not upper bound? When we say that an element is not upper bound?
So when there exists x
So
belongs to
हमारा
A.
अभी very good, yes. अभी हमारा गोल क्या है? So there exists climb, okay. ये मान रहा हूँ gamma is less than 3 मान रहा हूँ. अभी मेरा climb है. There exists some y belongs to A, such that what is that you want to say?
Such that y is less than
Y is
gamma.
less than gamma or greater than gamma?
Y is less than.
Yeah, tell me. Gamma is not upper bound for A. What is that I have to show?
There exists y belongs to A such that y is less than 3.
No. I want to show gamma is not upper bound, right? In order to show gamma is not upper bound for A, you are correct. There exists an element y in A such that क्या prove करना है? Gamma is not upper bound मतलब क्या? Yeah, Aryan, go ahead.
So y is greater than gamma.
Y is greater than gamma. ये दिखाना है. Okay. In order to show that gamma is not upper bound for A, there exists a y belongs to A such that y is greater than. So एक element दिखाना है A से. ये gamma से ज़्यादा है. Then it is not an upper bound, right? So you are not recalling, na? You are not revising things. That's the problem happening. Okay. So if you recall, simple thing, right? Not an upper bound. I already told you. You need to revise this not an upper bound several times. Huh? You not revised. Then unnecessarily wasting your time and everybody's time. Okay. So gamma is not upper bound means there is an element in that set that is greater than that gamma. Gamma is not upper bound. Okay. वो दिखाना है. But gamma is less than 3, right? Gamma is less than 3. Less than 3 कहाँ हो सकता है? So less than 3 means it can be anywhere from here, right? Anywhere from this side, right? Yeah. So I will. So how to prove now? Gamma is less than 3. Gamma is not upper bound. I want to show, right? So let us show that. So let us show that. Suppose gamma is less than 3, then gamma is sometimes less than or equal to 2 भी हो सकता है. And gamma is greater than 2 and less than 3. एक cases होता है, right? Case 1 and case 2. ये मैं clear? Gamma is less than 3 मतलब क्या होता है? Gamma less than or equal to 2 हो सकता है, और gamma lies in between 2 and 3 हो सकता है, right? If gamma is less than or equal to 2, can you give an element in A which is greater than gamma? If you're able to give an element in A between 2 to 3 greater than gamma, then you are done. Gamma is not upper bound, है ना? Upper bound मतलब क्या है? ये सारी की सारी elements in A less than that. But now if you give at least one element which is greater than gamma from A, then gamma is not upper bound. Yeah. So एक element बता सकते हो? Anyone?
Yes, be quick. At least we need some response. ये already हमने discuss किया हुआ है
Yeah,
last.
but anyhow, fast. Yeah. If gamma less than or equal to 2, can you give me one element in 2, 3, which is less than gamma?
Asha?
ये वो
Yes,
discuss
Asha.
नहीं भी किया, ये टफ प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. गामा लेस देन और इक्वल टू 2 दिया है, आप एक नंबर देना है 2 की 3 के बीच में, वो तो इसके डिस्कशन की जरूरत क्या है? पहले डिस्कस किया ना किया, क्या फर्क है? यू कैन टेल, राइट? या ज्योति, गो अहेड.
Sir, 2.1.
2.1 चलेगा ना? या so if gamma is less than or equal to 2, look at that. Gamma less than or equal to 2 means gamma can be 2, gamma can be 1, gamma can be 0, gamma can be -1. सारी की के मैं y वैल्यू मैं 2.1 ले सकता हूँ, राइट? ये पे है and it is greater than or equal to gamma. ये तो हो चुका है. Now if 2 is less than or equal to gamma less than 3, now what is y I choose? Yeah, Ayush.
5/2 sir.
वो
5/2
सी
sir.
यहाँ 2 है, यहाँ 3 है, right? I don't know gamma. Where it is gamma? You know?
Mean sir.
You do not know exactly where it is.
No sir.
Yeah, you are telling that.
Yes sir. Arithmetic.
Yeah, you are
we
telling
can
me 2.5. So gamma can be this side or this side. I don't know where it is gamma, right? So, but I want to give one number between 2 and 3. What is that? Yeah, what is that number I can take?
2.5 sir.
2.5 कैसे ले सकते हैं? 2 points gamma can be 2.7.
Yes sir.
Yes sir, नहीं.
Anything
Gamma
sir.
2.7 हो तो 2.5 कैसे ले सकते हो? I want to give a number which is greater than gamma into between 2 and 3. I don't know gamma now,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Now you tell me. Yeah. Yeah. Good. Actually, you are responding. I'm angry because you are not revising, not telling the answer. Okay. Yeah. Vivek. Yeah. Go ahead.
सर गामा प्लस 3/2 वो गामा से बड़ा होगा.
Yeah, wonderful. Gamma plus 3/2. So you know that. See, gamma and 3, right? So now look at this number line, right? Gamma यहीं पर है, 3 यहीं पर है. इनका बीच में कोई नंबर होगा या गामा प्लस 3/2 यहीं पर एक नंबर होता है. That is less than 3 and greater than gamma for sure. So वो नंबर चलेगा. Okay, good. So that is not my idea. My idea is that so 2, 3, the least upper bound is 3. How you proved? First you showed that is upper bound. Later you proved that if gamma less than 3, that is not upper bound. How you proved again? This is not one way. First you showed that gamma less than or equal to 2, then you will give the particular number nicely. One number आपने दे दिया. एक ही नंबर चल रहे हैं सारी को, लेकिन यहाँ थोड़ा मुश्किल है. If gamma is lying between 2 and 3, I don't know where gamma is. So now answer is that gamma से जुड़ा हुआ है नंबर, gamma plus 3/2 लिया है. Okay, fine. You discuss this. So now discussion पे क्या क्या करना है मैं अभी बता रहा हूँ. Okay. So discussion 1 problem है. Definition 1 equivalent to definition 2, right? You need to discuss this. Even before coming to the next class, you need to be revise this part. Is it clear to all of you? Can you raise your hand if you are clear? आपका assignment क्या है? I'm not asking you to tell now. Definition 1, 2, definition 1 if and only if definition 2. Okay, good. Yeah, you can lower your hand, please. Yeah. Now discussion 2 is that 2, 3 का least upper bound is 3. Okay, वो दिखाना है. So ये discussion 2 का problem है. आज ही डिस्कस कर लो, नहीं तो बाद में डिस्कस कर लो, लेकिन ये आप सारी की ये आना है. So somebody not understood. Okay, that is possible, but you need to ask your friends. If you're not clear, then you need to ask. Okay, that is you need to do, right? So attending is not sufficient. First, we'll appreciate that. So Sunil sir, is everything is clear? Voice is okay?
Sir, still some issue is
Okay.
there. When you came closer to the your
Okay.
system, then voice is good. But when you go far to the system,
Okay.
then it's breaking.
Mhm. Okay, so let us see. But you, okay, I will go a little slow further. Okay, right. Now I want to tell you one thing. Okay, all of you listen carefully, take a deep breath, and get ready. Yeah. So let A is non-empty. A is subset of R. Okay, and A is bounded above. Bounded above. Okay. Okay. So again, recall what do you mean by bounded above? Bounded above means it has an upper bound. What do you mean by it has an upper bound? There is an alpha says that alpha is an upper bound. What do you mean by alpha is an upper bound? So given any x in A, x is less than or equal to alpha. Okay. Yeah, I'm putting full stop here. So आपको समझ में आ गया statement A non-empty subset है. So and A is bounded above. Okay. So generally we'll write that bounded above in R. Okay. I'm writing that also. Bounded above in R. Okay. So statement clear hai. Okay. Then if this is the thing we have, then A has a least upper bound. A has a, oh sorry. So can you pause recording, sir? Yeah, so yeah, so actually my this one is cached. Am I audible? Yeah, okay.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Right. So I hope you can see this file. Okay. So all of you now look at this. A is non-empty and A is subset of R and A is bounded above in R. Then A has a least upper bound. A has a least upper bound. So I'll write it again in the next page, right? Instead of using these things, okay? So how do you write in English only, right? Every non-empty, bounded above set, bounded above set in R. What is the time I have to complete? Every non-empty bounded above set in R. Yeah. One of you can say, no need to raise hand. Say, every non-empty bounded above set in R has a.
Then
No,
it has a lower
that
bound.
is not I told. A is non-empty.
Yes, Preeti.
Every non-empty. Yeah,
Then it
that
has a
much I
least
told.
upper
Every
bound.
non-empty bounded above set in R has a least upper bound in R. Least upper bound in R. Yeah. So by using quantifiers, how do you write? By using quantifiers, how do you write? For every A subset of R, A is non-empty. Okay. And then what is that we need to say? There exists alpha belongs to R such that what is that I have to write here?
Preeti.
Preeti will not tell.
For all x,
No, that's what I told you. Preeti will not tell. Preeti is not concentrating. Every non-empty bounded above set in R has a least upper bound in R. वो मैं अभी ये वाला मैं क्वांटिफायर्स यूज करके लिख रहा हूँ. So ये सबसेट ऑफ आर non-empty सब या it has a least upper bound in R. ये क्या लिखना है यहाँ? So there exists alpha belongs to R such that somebody. No, that's okay, Preeti. Somebody else.
Sahil.
For all x belongs to
No,
A.
इतना जरूरत नहीं. So what is that? Alpha is what now? Every non-empty
Alpha is least.
alpha is least upper bound.
Upper bound.
Least upper bound definition थोड़ा मुश्किल है. Least upper bound पे दो alpha is an upper bound.
Yes,
then,
sir.
beta is an upper bound. Then that much. No need to tell that. First of all, what is that this statement is saying? So first tell it simple things. Every non-empty bounded above set in R has a list. This part. So what is missing here? Somebody can tell me. I missed something. Least upper bound in least alpha is a least upper bound for A in R. So मैंने एक miss किया wantedly. Can somebody point out that? मैंने एक miss किया है. कोई बता सकते हैं? इसमें एक मिस हो गया था. हाँ.
Ritika.
Subset is there.
Vivek.
I'll write here subset also. Every non-empty
Sir,
bounded above subset
A is bounded
in
above.
R has a least upper bound in R. क्या मिस हो गया इस पे? हाँ. So that also.
Sir, A is bounded
A
above.
is bounded above. A is bounded above. Yeah, the correct. Thank you. Yeah. So every bounded above non-empty set in has a least upper bound. Yeah. So do you know somebody? This is called this result. Every non-empty bounded above set in R has a least upper bound. इसको क्या बोलते हैं? Anyone of you know? You can tell. No problem. No need to worry about. Tell. क्या बोलते हैं इसको? LUB property बोलते हैं. LUB property. LUB property क्या होता है? Every non-empty bounded above set in R has a least upper bound. Okay, least upper bound in R. Yeah. So LUB property समझ गया? Can you raise your hand, please, if you are clear with it? What is LUB property? LUB property. LUB property. What it says? So, are you ready? One of you can ask. You tell me. Now board is not. You cannot see the board, na? Only LUB property लिखा है. Yeah.
Yes, Rimanshi.
So least upper
Yeah, Jyoti.
Rimanshi is. Yes.
Let A be a non-empty subset of R of bounded above, then any alpha real number alpha belongs to R. So, is real number alpha belongs to R is said to be least upper bound of A if alpha is an
No,
upper
Jyoti,
bound
okay.
of A.
That is not. You are not here. मैं क्या करूँ? मैं क्या बता रहा हूँ? Simple चीज बता रहा हूँ. Every non-empty bounded above set in R has a least upper bound in R. मैं वो repeat करने के बोला था और कुछ नहीं है. या सुनील सर, मेरा वॉइस क्लियर है नहीं? या मेरा वॉइस तो क्लियर है. ओके. इसकी वजह से मैं 3 बार लिख रहा हूँ. कोई दिक्कत तो होते? या so anyone now? I'm again putting. So Akhil.
Akhil Kumar.
What is LUB property?
Narendra,
Narendra, yeah, Narendra, can you tell me what is LUB property? Okay, Ayush.
Sir, any bonded above that has has a least upper bound.
Yeah.
When A belongs to R and A is a non-empty. Sir.
A is subset of R, but A belongs to R. A is subset of R. A is not.
Sir, it's subset of R and A is not an non-empty.
Yeah. What are the things we need? A is subset of R. Okay. A is not empty.
Yes, sir. A is not
Bounded
empty
above.
and
So
A is bonded above.
Bounded above.
bounded above
Bounded above in R. Bounded above in R.
In R,
तीनों
sir.
दे दे तो
In
क्या
R.
होगा?
Yes, sir.
ये तीनों हमारे पास होते तो ये है
There exists a list
least
upper
upper
bound.
bound
Here is the
in R. Least upper
list
bound
upper bound.
in R. Okay.
Yes. In R, yes, sir.
So this is called LUB property. So we are not proving it, we are taking it. So let us assume God given. If you do not believe in God, okay, then Sunil Sarmas are given to us. What is that given? A is subset of R, A is non-empty, A is bounded above in R, then A has a least upper bound in R. Okay, okay, fine. So we are assuming this. Okay, throughout next another time we are assuming this property. So I hope all of you remember this property. So now I am taking that. Okay, now I am asking one small result. Okay, I'm asking, but I'm not stating the complete statement. You need to tell me. Okay, you need to tell me. Okay, so listen carefully. So let us I take this one. Let A is a subset of R. A is non-empty. Okay, and A is bounded above. A is bounded above. Okay, so already LUB property क्या बता रहे हैं? It has a least upper bound. लेकिन हम क्या देखना है? Then there exists a unique. There exists unique upper bound, least upper bound for A. Then there exists unique. Is it correct or not correct? You tell me. So what do you think? What do you think? Is it unique or दो तीन हो सकता है? ज़्यादा हो सकता है. So our LUB property says that whenever you see that non-empty subset which is bounded above, it is saying that set of least upper bounds for A is not empty. At least it has one. That is LUB property दे दिया है. लेकिन एक ही होता है, ज़्यादा हो सकता है. That is what. So I wrote it as a theorem. So what is that you want to say? So Aryan, what is that your point? एक हो सकता है, दो हो सकता है, ज़्यादा हो सकता है.
Yes,
What is that you want to say?
it is unique.
It is unique. Okay. So how do you do it?
So by taking two LUVs and
Very
then
good.
showing that they are
Nice.
equal.
Okay. Suppose, okay. So we prove it, right? We are proving. What is that we are proving? So suppose that there are two least upper bounds, and we show that they are equal. So that show that all least upper bounds are same. Because see, I'm choosing two least upper bounds, right? Suppose there are so many upper bounds. Out of so many least upper bounds. Out of them, I took two least upper bounds, right? I'm saying those two are equal. So that means any two of them are equal. Yeah. So that is what Aryan is suggesting. So let us suppose that let alpha comma beta be two least upper bounds for A. So Aryan is saying that claim क्या प्रूव करना है? अल्फा इज इक्वल टू बीटा प्रूव करना है. ओके, या सो somebody can tell me how to proceed. So हमारे पास क्या है, अल्फा इज लीस्ट अपर बाउंड फॉर ए, बीटा इज आल्सो लीस्ट अपर बाउंड फॉर ए. ओके, yeah, so I'll just write that also in R. Alpha is the least upper bound for A in R and beta is the least upper bound for A in R. Okay, okay.
Asha?
No. So I'll say something. Both are least upper bounds means you know the definition. Alpha is first of all upper bound, then extra condition. Beta is also upper bound and some extra condition, right? You have these things. Yeah. How do I show alpha equal to beta? Yeah. Yeah, Asha. Yeah, go ahead. You have the proof?
इन्हें सर इन्हें लीस्ट अपर बाउंड बताना है तो हमें पहले ये बताना पड़ेगा कि अपर बाउंड है.
Yeah. So okay, alpha is an upper bound. Alpha is an upper bound, and beta is, both are least upper bound. So I can assume that alpha is upper bound and beta is also upper bound, but I can also assume that it is a least upper bound, right? Yeah, हम ये दोनों से क्या बता सकते हैं? Alpha is upper bound and beta is least upper bound. यहाँ क्या लिखता हूँ? Alpha is least upper bound. Least upper bound पहले upper bound भी है ना? Yeah. So I am writing that मैं अल्फा अपर बाउंड लेता हूँ, बीटा को लीस्ट अपर बाउंड लेता हूँ. ओके, यहाँ अल्फा को लीस्ट अपर बाउंड मानता हूँ, बीटा इज अपर बाउंड, बिकॉज एवरी लीस्ट अपर बाउंड इज फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल एन अपर बाउंड. अभी क्या हो सकता है
सर? फर्स्ट वाले में बीटा इज लेस देन इक्वल टू अल्फा, क्योंकि ये लीस्ट अपर बाउंड है तो ये कम.
वेरी गुड. या नेक्स्ट हियर यहाँ क्या हो सकता है?
सर अल्फा इज लेस देन इक्वल टू बीटा.
अल्फा लेस देन इक्वल टू बीटा एंड बीटा लेस देन इक्वल टू अल्फा. इस दोनों से हम क्या मिल सकता है? ये दोनों से अल्फा इज इक्वल टू बीटा. ये प्रूव करना है, बट या
बीटा.
गुड. सो now we proved that the least upper bound is unique. So since it is unique, I can name it. I can give some name to it, right? So A is non-empty. A is a subset of R. A is bounded above. A is bounded above. Then above theorem says that LUB of A is unique. LUB of A is unique. Since it is unique, I can denote it. I denote it as LUB of A. I said, now onwards I can denote LUB of A like this because it is unique. Once it is unique, I can name it. Yeah. So all of you go through it now once. If the proof is okay, if the proof is clear, first go through, then tick your hand. Raise your hand. Okay. Take 30 seconds time now from now. Once it is clear, raise your hand. Every bounded above set has a unique least upper bound. So you get the proof, and once it is over, then raise your hand. Uniqueness कैसे prove किया? Yeah, Sunil sir, is it everyone clear?
More than 20 they click on
Okay, great, thank you. So, but again, discuss कर ले एक बार. Least upper bound unique होता है. So how is she? Asha, I think, I don't know, I forgot the name, but she proved that if alpha and beta are the two least upper bounds, this is suggested by Aryan. Later proof is given by Asha. Alpha is upper bound and beta is the least upper bound. Alpha is least upper bound, beta is not upper bound. Earlier है. So alpha less than or equal to beta, beta less than or equal to alpha, alpha equal to beta हो गया. Since least upper bound is unique, इसकी वजह से हम इसको denote कर रहे हैं LUB of A. Okay, good, nice. So least upper bound is unique. So अभी बता सकते हैं, मैं एक सेट दे रहा हूँ आपको. मैं ये मेरा सेट A है 1, 1/2, 1/3, 1/4 and so on. इनको LUB of A बता सकते हैं? LUB आपके कितना है? Yeah, one of you can speak now, no problem. Sandeep, बताओ.
Yes, sir.
Sandeep, what is the LUB for this day?
Least upper bound क्या है इसका? One है क्या? Least upper bound is one, लेकिन इतना जोर से नहीं बता रहे हैं, मतलब कॉन्फिडेंस से नहीं बता रहे हैं. So try to prove that, okay? इसमें किसी भी एलिमेंट ले लो, 1 से कम है या 1 हो सकता है. इसकी वजह से every element in A is less than or equal to 1. So 1 is an upper bound. Now बाद में if you take any upper bound, then that is greater than 1, or if you take any number less than 1, then I have this part. So that is not upper bound. Yeah. Okay, good. So we'll get back to this again one more time. Yeah. Any questions? Any questions you have? Okay. No questions, then let us see. Right. So now I am giving one question here. R plus means 0 to infinity, first to real numbers. Okay. So can you give me LUB for this one? Give me LUB for this one. Yeah. You can ask.
Yes, Ayush.
LUB हो सकता है
Infinity, sir.
Infinity real number
Infinity
नहीं है.
अगर consider करेंगे.
See, first of all, least upper bound or upper bound, they are all real numbers, right? So, okay, I will ask Ayush, right? कौन बात कर रहा है? Ayush.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
Ayush. Ayush.
Ayush.
Yes, sir.
What? Tell me something about this R plus. Is it non-empty? Is it
No, sir.
non-empty? Non-empty?
Yes, sir, it is non-empty, sir.
Why? Can you give me one element in this? Can you give me
Yes,
one
sir.
element in this set? 2. Very good.
2, sir.
Nice. It is non-empty. को तो इसको दिक्कत नहीं. Is it a subset of real numbers? Yes, because it is
Yes, sir.
positive real numbers only. So it is clearly subset of R. Now, why you are unable to give LUB for R now?
Sir,
it is not bounded above. It is not bounded above. If it is bounded above, then automatically LUB property says that it has a least up. But
It has
if it is
to be
not
a,
bounded
there has to be
above,
a,
then
yes, sir.
we
There
cannot
is
say
no bound.
actually it does not have a least upper bound, right? Yeah, because it is not bounded above. Yeah. So we done in the class.
Bounded above.
Bounded above in R, we done in this class, but yeah, you check one more time. So okay, fine. Now I'm coming to another question, right? So what about natural numbers? Is it has a least upper bound? Natural numbers. Anyone? No,
sir.
not you, Ayush.
No.
No, not
No, sir.
Ashish.
Ashish?
No, sir.
No, why it is not had an upper bound? Least upper bound?
So because natural number is not
I
bounded.
told that result. Do you know how to prove it? Okay, fine. So Ashish, right? Who is talking? Ashish, right?
Sir.
Ashish, okay.
Yes.
So every one of you, so Ashish is saying that set of natural numbers is not bounded above. Natural numbers is not bounded above, वो बता रहे हैं. आप बाकी लोग, remaining one, do you agree with him? If you agree, raise hand. Those who do not raise hand, then we will say that they are not agreeing. Okay. I will write what he wrote, and you, if you understand, you can raise hand. Okay. What he said is that the set of natural numbers is not bounded above. Do you agree? Then with Ashish, then raise your hand. So we will see how many raised hand, how many not raised. Huh? So I am writing here. The set of natural numbers is not bounded above. वही बता रहा है. Set of natural numbers is not bounded above. So how many raised hands, sir?
Sir, only 16. Rimanshi, Mehak,
आप ये
Ritika.
you are not accepting it. The set of natural numbers is not bounded above. वो बता रहे हैं आशीष. आपको पता नहीं? Okay, that is fine. Not a problem. But tell me clearly. Yeah, say something. Yeah. Mehak, say something. Do know or not know or कुछ ना कुछ बोलो. Mehak. Mehak.
Yes.
कुछ बोल लीजिए.
So, because the natural number is not
You
bounded
also
off.
agree? आप भी मान रहे हैं ये? Set of natural. Okay,
Yes,
मान
sir.
रहे हैं. Okay, good. Okay, then so all of you are agreeing. So I am calling it AP1. I'll tell you what is AP1 later. But yeah, I'm also agree with you. Yeah, this is true. Set of natural numbers is not bounded above. Okay, so हम prove करेंगे अभी. ये prove करना है. Okay, all of you ready? Take a deep breath and get ready. All of you, I hope, ready. Set of natural numbers is not bounded above दिखाना है. Okay, so proof now. Proof. So before writing the proof, let us see what we can say about natural numbers. Okay, ask questions. Is natural numbers is a subset of R? Ask question. Okay, question only. Is natural numbers is non-empty? Question only. Right? Yeah. So then only I can talk about bounded above, not bounded above, right? So what is that I want to show? Line N is not bounded above in R. As a statement, I not written in R, but set of natural numbers is not bounded above. If you want to specify in R, I can show you natural numbers is not bounded above in natural numbers. Natural numbers is not bounded above in Q. If time permits, I'll prove those things also. But today we are proving that natural numbers is not bounded above in R. Actually, those are easy than this. Okay, I'll come to that in a while. Yeah, but now, so hope all of you are clear. So you know that N is subset of R. Yes or no? Ashish, yes or no? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Natural numbers is subset of R. Okay. Yes. What about non-empty? Yeah, true.
True.
Why this is true,
Yes, sir.
Ayush? Why is non-empty and is natural numbers non-empty?
Because there exist some numbers like 3, which is also
yeah,
number
you
of
tell that exact
also
number, one number. Okay. Yeah, that you 3 you already told me. Yeah, 3 will work. 1 will work.
Okay.
So non-empty बताने के लिए there exist in an element. ऐसा मत बताना. Give element. Okay. Yeah, 3 आपने दे दिया. So it is non-empty. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So हम क्या दिखाना है? It is not bounded above in R. कैसे prove करेंगे? Anyone want to give some how to proceed? Some clue or method or some next step? Yeah, Priyansh, yeah, go ahead.
कंसीडर करें कोई भी नंबर्स और उससे बड़ा फिर नंबर और कंसीडर कर लें.
आप बता रहे हैं कि ये प्रूव बाय कॉन्ट्रडिक्शन.
Yes,
ओके,
sir.
प्रूव बाय कॉन्ट्रडिक्शन. सो प्रियांश ना? प्रियांश,
Yes,
वेरी
sir.
गुड. या टॉक टू मी. प्रूव बाय कॉन्ट्रडिक्शन. आप प्रूव बाय कॉन्ट्रडिक्शन मतलब क्या 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 सोच रहे हैं? सपोज
पहले तो हम इसे
एक नंबर मिल रहे हैं मतलब क्या? सपोज n is हम दिखाना है n is not bounded above in R. आप क्या सोच रहे हैं? Contradiction is what? N is
इसे हम क्वांटिफाइड फॉर्म में लिखने वाले
नो, इसका स्टेटमेंट का नेगेशन क्या है? कॉन्ट्रडिक्शन मतलब इनका नेगेशन, n इज नॉट बाउंडेड अबव इन R, उनका नेगेशन क्या है?
n is bounded above in R.
Good. Suppose n is bounded above, we are proving by contradiction, so उनका इस स्टेटमेंट को नेगेशन लिया है.
Yes, sir.
Suppose n is bounded above in R. Okay, good. Now अभी हमारे पास
Yes,
क्या
sir.
क्या है? n is subset of R है हमारे पास, n is non-empty, वो तो पता है, लेकिन अभी हमने assume कर रहे हैं, क्या assume कर रहे हैं? n is bounded above.
Elements assume करते हैं.
No, हमने assume
Yes,
किया
sir.
है n is
bounded above in R.
Yeah. So कुछ बता सकते हैं अभी प्रियांशु, सबसेट ऑफ R है, बाउंडेड
Yes,
अबव
sir.
है, इससे कुछ बता सकते हैं?
Yes, sir. इससे हम जो वो मतलब पहले नंबर्स को डिनोट कर लेते हैं जो उसके एलिमेंट्स जैसे n के एलिमेंट्स हैं, उसको स्मॉल n या x से डिनोट कर लें.
कुछ याद कर रहे हैं वो बता रहे हैं. मैंने इतना ज्यादा नहीं पूछ रहा हूँ. आपके पास एक नॉन एम्प्टी सबसेट है, ये बाउंडेड अबव है, ये यूज करके सबसेट है, रियल नंबर्स को नॉन एम्प्टी है, बाउंडेड अबव है, ये दोनों मिलाकर कुछ बता सकते हैं, वही पूछ रहा हूँ. ओके प्रियांश, नो प्रॉब्लम.
Yes, sir.
So Jyoti, can you say something now? Jyoti?
सर हम कोई ऐसा नंबर लेंगे जिससे बड़ा सर कोई और नंबर
नहीं
मिल
वो
जाए.
सब कुछ उसकी जरूरत नहीं. So that's what you are recalling some other things earlier. Yeah, okay, I'll ask Ashish. Ashish?
Yes, sir.
कुछ बता सकते हैं? सबसेट है, नॉन एम्प्टी है, बाउंडेड अबव है.
सर हमारे जो सेट है सर वो सबसेट रियल नंबर का और बाउंडेड नॉन एम्प्टी और बाउंडेड अबव है. सर तो उसका लीस्ट अपर बाउंड होगा.
What is that one called? What is that one called?
Sir, LUB property.
See, whenever you come across, so I hope many of you play video games, ना? वीडियो गेम्स के प्ले करने के समय एक वेपन्स होता है, वेपन्स यूज करते हैं ना आप. सो एलयूबी प्रॉपर्टी एक वेपन है. व्हेनेवर आपके पास ये आ गया, नॉन एम्प्टी सबसेट है, बाउंडेड अबव है, तुरंत आप एलयूबी प्रॉपर्टी यूज करना है. बाय एलयूबी प्रॉपर्टी क्या लिख सकता हूँ? बाय एलयूबी प्रॉपर्टी, हाँ बताओ आशीष. नो, एलयूबी प्रॉपर्टी पूरा नहीं बात. By LUB property, now n already
So then it has a least upper
by
bound.
LUB property, which one?
Then it has a least upper bound.
May n को see natural
Set of natural.
n has a
Set of natural.
n has LUB, n has an LUB. So by LUB property, since I do not LUB as LUB, least upper bound I do not as LUB. By LUB property, okay, I'll write first. N has a least upper bound. Say alpha, right? That is LUB of n is equal to alpha. Okay, good. See, कुछ नहीं है, हम प्रूव करना है n is not bounded above. हम कैसे प्रूव कर रहे हैं? हम मान रहे हैं n is bounded above. बाउंडेड अबव होते तो क्या हो गया? तुरंत तो मुझको LUB प्रॉपर्टी याद आ गया था. सो LUB प्रॉपर्टी सेज दैट नाउ LUB natural numbers has an least upper bound, say alpha, right? So real number मान लिखते हैं अभी. So एक alpha था. Natural numbers all are here. Natural numbers, every natural number is less than alpha, है ना? Less than or equal to alpha, है ना? Because alpha is the least upper bound, means upper bound. Upper bound मतलब क्या है? कोई भी natural number ले लो, natural numbers all are here only, right? Okay, good. Okay, so what is the problem? We need to prove a contradiction. Somehow we need to get a problem, right? We need to get a contradiction. वो कैसे आएगा? वो दिखाना है. Yeah. Now anyone want to tell me the next step? पहली स्टेप है Prove by contradiction. N is not bounded above. LUB property से लीस्ट अपर बाउंड मिल गया है. अभी नेक्स्ट स्टेप क्या होगा? ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट स्टेप होगा. या ओके, लिस्ट अल्फा इज लिस्ट अपर बाउंड फॉर n. सपोज मैं एक नंबर ले रहा हूँ, राइट? सपोज एक नंबर लिया, वो अल्फा से कम है, अल्फा से कम है. क्या हो सकता है उस नंबर को? उस नंबर के बारे में क्या बता सकते हो? अल्फा इज लीस्ट अपर बाउंड. इफ आई टेक सम नंबर व्हिच इज लेस देन अल्फा, वो नंबर क्या हो सकता है? या आर्यन?
Yes, sir. N.
नो, अल्फा इज
Like given any n.
नो, मैंने बताया कि अल्फा इज लीस्ट अपर बाउंड. सपोज गामा इज लेस देन अल्फा, तो क्या हो सकता है गामा एंड एन? गामा एंड एन के बारे में
Gamma is
गामा इज
gamma. Yes, gamma belongs to n and it is
why
not an
gamma
upper
belongs
bound.
to n? So I don't know gamma, right? Less than alpha, alpha is a real number. So in real number से कम वाला वो natural number कैसे होता है? Okay, see, alpha is a least upper bound. So least upper bound का definition क्या है? If I take any number less than gamma, वो gamma क्या हो सकता है? People are not concentrating. Okay, no problem. Anyone can tell? Any other person?
Alpha minus 1 by 2, sir.
Alpha minus 1.
No. Alpha minus 1 by 2 नहीं बात. No. Alpha minus 1, ये alpha minus 1 सब कुछ मैं नहीं पूछ रहा हूँ. मैं एक क्वेश्चन पूछ रहा हूँ, उनका आंसर दीजिए आप लोग. मैं क्या पूछ रहा हूँ?
गामा इज
यस.
सर अगर गामा जो है वो अल्फा से छोटा है तो गामा अपर बाउंड नहीं होगा.
वंडरफुल. हु इज दैट पर्सन? कौन है?
प्रीति सर.
प्रीति. Thank you. See, if gamma is less than alpha, then gamma is not an upper bound. Wonderful. लेकिन what do you mean by gamma is not upper bound? There is a natural number which is greater than alpha. Okay, good. Okay, so that we have. Okay, alpha is least upper bound मतलब क्या होता है कि फर्स्ट अल्फा अपर बाउंड होगा. अल्फा में कोई भी छोटा लेते तो वो अपर बाउंड नहीं होता है. दैट इज अ डेफिनेशन. लीस्ट अपर बाउंड का डेफिनेशन 2 से. अभी क्या नंबर ले सकता हूँ अल्फा में छोटा वाला? तो ये मैं कॉन्ट्रडिक्शन प्रूव करने के लिए. या नाउ ज्योति कुछ बता दीजिए. अभी एक नंबर बता दीजिए अल्फा में छोटा है. आप कुछ बता रहे हैं, बता दीजिए.
सर अल्फा माइनस 1.
आप क्यों अल्फा माइनस 1 ले रहे हैं? अल्फा माइनस 1/2 क्यों नहीं ले रहे हैं? अल्फा माइनस 1/3 क्यों नहीं ले रहे? वो भी छोटा है ना अल्फा से.
सर नेचुरल नंबर लेने हैं तो सर 1 2 3 दीज आर नेचुरल नंबर. 1/2 दीज आर नॉट
हम
नेचुरल
नेचुरल
नंबर.
नंबर्स में काम कर रहे हैं. लेट अस टेक वो अल्फा से कोई भी आप पॉजिटिव नंबर सब्ट्रैक्ट करते तो अल्फा में कम ही होगा. लेकिन बेटर टू टेक 1 सो दैट वी आर वर्किंग इन नेचुरल नंबर्स. ओके, गुड. नाउ अभी आप सारी देख लो. सो हमारे पास क्या है? अल्फा इज लीस्ट अपर बाउंड, वो हमारे पास है. अल्फा माइनस 1 इज लेस देन अल्फा. अभी प्रीति क्या बताया था? अल्फा इज लीस्ट अपर बाउंड, अल्फा माइनस 1 इज लेस देन अल्फा. अभी क्या होता है? दिस इंप्लाइज व्हाट? या आयुष?
Alpha minus 1 is not an upper bound.
Alpha minus 1 is not upper bound for n. Upper bound for n. Okay, good. Now alpha minus 1 is not upper bound. उसका मतलब क्या है बताओ? कंटिन्यू कर लो. Alpha minus 1 is not upper bound for n means what? उनका डेफिनेशन क्या है?
Sir, there exist.
Yeah.
Sir, there exists n belongs to
right.
set of natural number such that n is greater than
Right,
alpha
correct.
minus 1.
So alpha minus 1 is not upper bound, मतलब है there is a natural number which is greater than alpha minus 1. ओके ठीक है, समझ गया. अच्छा है, अभी तक हम यहाँ पर हैं. n is greater than alpha minus 1. या अभी प्रॉब्लम क्या हो सकता है, आगे कैसे बढ़ेंगे? या एक बार हम रिवाइज करेंगे अभी हम क्या कर रहे हैं. So we want to show that n is not bounded above in R, but we मान रहे n is bounded above in R. By LUB property, it has a least upper bound alpha. Then alpha minus 1 is not upper bound. So there is an n says that n is greater than alpha minus 1. उसके बाद कोई बताना चाहते तो raise your hand and tell.
Yes, Sahil.
सर अल्फा माइनस 1 में कुछ नेचुरल नंबर ऐड करेंगे, जैसे कि 1 हमने उसमें ऐड किए तो वो फिर वो अगर अपर बाउंड बन गया तो
कुछ बता एग्जैक्टली क्या करना है, इसके बाद में क्या करना है, बट वो बताओ.
सर इसमें
वन
नेचुरल
दोनों
नंबर ऐड
तरफ. ओके, n+1. या इफ आर एडिंग देयर इज नो चेंज इन द इक्वालिटी. या ओके, ऐड किया है. क्या आगे क्या है?
एसोसिएटिव प्रॉपर्टी लगाकर इसको n+1 इज ग्रेटर देन
है.
और n+1 और n+1 जो वो नेचुरल नंबर है. और जब assume किया था कि अल्फा जो है वो लीस्ट अपर बाउंड है,
इसका मतलब अल्फा इज
अल्फा से जो नेचुरल नंबर होंगे वो अल्फा से
एक्चुअली
छोटे
अल्फा इज लीस्ट अपर बाउंड. मतलब फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल अल्फा इज एन अपर बाउंड. सो दिस इज अ कॉन्ट्रडिक्शन. This is a contradiction for. This is contradiction for.
Yes, sir.
Very good.
Alpha is an upper bound.
Alpha is least upper. But now you are told correctly. It's a upper bound.
Alpha is an upper bound.
So it is a contradiction for alpha is an upper bound. Right? Because least upper bound भी है. So, but n+1 greater than alpha. There is a natural number which is greater than alpha. Upper bound के क्या होता है कि every number in natural number is less than or equal to alpha. लेकिन अभी एक नंबर बताया मुझको मिल गया है, वो अल्फा से ज्यादा है. So that is contradicting that alpha is a upper bound. So proof हो गया. So our assumption that n is bounded above वो गलत है. मतलब our claim true है. n is not bounded above in R. So whatever Ayush or somebody told, yeah, that is correct. The set of natural numbers is not bounded above in R is correct. Okay, so I'll repeat once. All of you go through the proof carefully. So we want to show that set of natural numbers is not bounded above in R. Okay. Okay, so हमने कैसे किया है? Contradiction से कर रहे हैं. Suppose n is bounded above, but हमको पहले से पता है कि ये non-empty है, ये subset of real numbers है. So then LUB property n has a least upper bound. So उनको alpha बोल दिया because it is unique. Least upper bound is unique, so वो alpha बता दिया. So alpha is fixed. Alpha is the least upper bound for n. That means सारी की सारी natural numbers alpha से छोटा है. Okay, but alpha is a least upper bound. इस जगह पे हम second property of least upper bound property use कर रहे हैं. वो क्या है? अल्फा में किसी भी छोटा है तो वो अपर बाउंड नहीं होता है, लेकिन हमने 1 चूज किया क्योंकि नेचुरल नंबर्स में काम कर रहे हैं, पहले बेटर टू वर्क विथ 1. ओके, अल्फा -1 इज लेस देन अल्फा, बट नाउ अल्फा इज लीस्ट अपर बाउंड. कोई अल्फा से छोटा हो तो नॉट एन अपर बाउंड होगा. उसका मतलब क्या है? देयर इज एन नेचुरल नंबर सच दैट n इज ग्रेटर देन अल्फा -1. सो नाउ नेक्स्ट थिंग इज दैट वी एडेड 1 ऑन बोथ साइड्स. उससे आगे n+1 is greater than alpha. So this is a contradiction for alpha is an upper bound. So proof is over. Yeah. So go through the proof. I'll give 1 minute time, not just seconds. Okay. So once you complete, raise your hand. But do not raise your hand before 30 seconds. 30 seconds कम से कम ले लो. Go through the proof fully. Go through the proof carefully. 1 minute के बाद raise your hand. Yeah, now those who completed, you can raise hand.
Twenty-one students.
Raise your hand.
Already raised their hands.
So please all of you remember that in the next class, मैं आपको पूछता हूँ जरूर, ओके? ये प्रूफ आपको मुझको बताना है. But do not absent the class, okay? But you can discuss with your friends. You can talk to me, huh? So you can write email to me if you have a problem. You can write to me, okay? My email ID I'm writing Satya SATYA8118 @gmail.com. So if you have a problem, you can write to me. But in the next class, you have to tell me the proof. Okay, na? Are you ready? Okay, good. So what is that we proved? That is called Archimedean property. इनको बोलते हैं Archimedean property. हमने Archimedean property को प्रूव किया है, लेकिन क्या यूज किया है वैसे प्रूव करते समय? LUB property यूज किया है. LUB property नहीं किया है, वो गॉड गिवन है. Okay, so I'm writing it is called AP1 means Archimedean property 1. Okay, so AP1. Okay, AP1. So it's called Archimedean property 1. Archimedean property. What is Archimedean property? Very simple है. किसी ने आपसे पूछा है what is Archimedean property? Set of natural numbers is not bounded above in R. That's in the matter. That is Archimedean property. Yeah. Good. Okay. Now look at this thing. So, for example, I gave you some number. Okay. I gave you number x equal to 3. Y is equal to say -1. Okay. Now, can you give a natural number n such that nx is greater than y? आप दे सकते हो? एक y एक n दे सकते हो? Can you give one n? दे दीजिए.
Sahil.
Sir, 1.
X equal to 3, y equal to -1, nx. Okay, good, very good. Is equal to 1 चलेगा? Yeah, good, correct, Sahil. N equal to 1 चलेगा ना? And 1 into x is x only. X is 3 greater than -1. वो चल रहे हैं. Okay. Now I am asking again, Sahil, can you give me now x equal to 3 and y is equal to now 10? Can you give me n?
सर सेम इसी प्रॉपर्टी के लिए
सर आपका ड्यूटी है n बताना. 4. Okay. 4 into 3 greater than 10. Oh, ठीक है, correct. Yeah. Okay. Now Sahil again आपको पूछ रहा हूँ. X equal to है 100. Y is equal to 1729. Can you tell me n value? Nx is greater than
सर
100.
सर
100 into 100 कितना होता है? 10,000. हाँ, 100. Yeah, 100 into 100 greater than 1729. So yeah, correct only, right? Yeah, 10,000 and 10,000 greater than. Yeah. So एक number तो exist हो रहा है. Okay. Let us see what is actually happening here. So I am taking x is positive. X is positive. Okay. Positive, so कहाँ पर होगा? So for example, I take 0 here. Yeah?
Right.
Yeah, no, I'm not asking question.
जीरो के राइट में।
ओके गुड, 0 नाउ यू कैन म्यूट.
Yes, sir.
ओके सो यहाँ पर x है, राइट, x इज ग्रेटर देन 0, सो 0 यहाँ पर, तो x यहाँ पर होगा. ओके गुड. ओके नाउ y इज सम रियल नंबर, उनको वो बाद में आऊंगा, बट व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय nx? ओके व्हाट इज nx मीन्स एक्चुअली? यहाँ x है, यहाँ क्या होता है, सेम फॉर एग्जांपल दिस डिस्टेंस इज x, राइट, x पॉजिटिव है, 0 है, डिस्टेंस भी x होगा, आपको पता है. यहाँ भी x डिस्टेंस ही है, मान लो ये नंबर क्या हो सकता है, बता सकते हैं आप? ये नंबर क्या है
आशीष?
सर 2x.
यहाँ है, it is 2x. Now again I am going x distance, what I will get? 3x.
3x.
What is nx means now? Nx means what is that I am doing? X plus how many times?
N times.
And times we are adding to get nx, right? So now, so what it is telling? So x is positive quantity, so I have 0 here, I have x here. Okay now यहाँ 2x है, यहाँ 3x है, like that I am 3x and 4x, like that I'm going. So now somewhere I have here y. Okay so x plus x, x plus x plus x plus x plus x, थोड़ा थोड़ा तो इंक्रीज हो रहा हूँ, कुछ समय के बाद y क्रॉस करता हूँ नहीं, right? So x plus x, 2x, x is positive, right? I'm keep on adding x. After sometimes what happens, x plus x plus x plus 100x, 1000x, 1 lakh into x, वो एक n मिल जाएगा, so that I can cross y. Is it clear? Now can you raise your hand and say x positive है, so I keep on adding x, can I cross y? For example, my x is equal to half, okay, y is equal to 100. How many times I had to add half plus half plus half plus, so that I'll cross 100? Cross 100.
Priya Sharma?
201 time.
201, correct? Yeah, वो तो होता है. Yeah. So, but y is negative, then y is here. Already x is positive है. So y is negative, then already I am fine. Okay. So are you agree that this thing, that if I positive number लेते तो y is any real number, x को n times add करते तो कुछ for a large n, okay, x repeatedly I'm adding, after some stage I will cross y, right? If you accept, then how do you write this as a theorem? Can you say somebody how to write that as a theorem? What is that we are saying? Yes, anyone?
अखिल? आशीष?
या सो हम क्या बता रहे हैं?
सर इसको थ्योरम की फॉर्म में लिखना,
आतिफ साहब का हमें कैसे लिखें?
आशीष ये क्लियर हुआ आपको जो सर ने डिस्कस किया अभी?
यस सर.
या
तो उसको अभी
हमने
कैसे
बहुत एग्जांपल्स लिया है, हमने क्या बता रहा है कि if x is positive and y is any real number, then क्या हो रहा है? X is positive, y is any real number, so what is happening?
सर तो हम अगर x को ऐड करते चलेंगे
so
तो हम y
कितनी
को
बार
क्लोज कर देंगे.
some I don't know that number, right? So is it depend upon y? कितनी बार
No, sir.
कितनी बार ऐड करना
Yes,
है
sir.
वो y पे डिपेंड है नहीं?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How do you write now? So given let x greater than 0, y is real number, right? Of course, x is also belongs to R. Now, then what happens? This is what given. Then let x is a positive real number and y is any real number. Then what is the conclusion?
When nx is greater than.
So what is that I have to write? So for this y now मैंने given एक x लिया है positive real number, एक y real number लिया है. What is that you are telling? ये x और ये y के क्या होगा?
क्या वो सब n के लिए ट्रू होगा क्या? जैसे सर ने एग्जांपल लिया था इफ x इज इक्वल टू 1/2 एंड y इक्वल टू 100, तो क्या सारे के सारे n जो है उसको सेटिस्फाई करेंगे?
n belongs to natural number.
हाँ, तो सारे n सेटिस्फाई करेंगे.
Can I take? So you are telling that तो कुछ 1/2 समय ऐड करके बाद ये 100 क्रॉस करेंगे, लेकिन can I add only 5 times? 5 बार ऐड करते तो 100 क्रॉस हो जाएगा, नहीं है ना? So इस x एंड इस y के लिए क्या हो रहा है? n क्या चूज करना है? ये x है, ये y है, इसके लिए या n क्या चूज करना है?
y upon x.
No.
n किस पे डिपेंड कर रहा है आशीष?
y एंड दोनों.
हाँ, और
दोनों पे डिपेंड कर रहे हैं ना?
y
एंड x पे डिपेंड कर रहे हैं. इसकी वजह से मैंने x ये y दिया, तो क्या होता है देन? या somebody else? या
साहिल?
Sir, there exist
n natural number
n belongs to a set of natural number such that nx is greater than y.
Correct. Yeah. So look at here. I quantity color मैंने different colors में लिखा था. ये hypothesis होता है, ये conclusion होता है. Hypothesis में क्या है? एक रियल नंबर है, दो रियल नंबर है, लेकिन उसमें से एक पॉजिटिव है. x is positive, y is any real number. Then what is the conclusion? There exists a natural number n such that nx is greater than y. Okay. So इनको और कैसे लिखेंगे हम देख लेंगे. और I am writing so many times. Okay. For every x greater than 0, for every y belongs to R. Okay. There exists a natural number n such that nx is greater than y. Okay. Other way to write is for every x comma y, now ordered pair belongs to R plus direct R, Cartesian product. You know in the Cartesian product में क्या होता है? ये x पहले सेट से आता है, y सेकंड सेट से आता है, right? x comma y belong to R and there exists a natural number n such that nx is greater than y. Okay. Yeah.
Sir, in previous one, n in n. There exists n in n.
Thanks. Yeah. So there is a natural number n in n such that nx is greater than y, right? Yeah. So we stop. So is it the statement is clear? Right? Yeah. So I think you know this part, right?
Oh,
I'll stop now, but before that, I want to add one point. That you know that. Yeah, I think that is not required. You know that rabbit and tortoise story आपको पता है? Rabbit and tortoise story. So rabbit actually they had to reach this place, right? Rabbit goes little fast and she come here and y place, right? And she's a tortoise x going slowly, x plus x 2x 3x 4x 5x 6x. So कुछ देर के बाद इसको क्रॉस करेंगे, correct? Yeah, slow and steady wins the race. So this is also Archimedean property. So for any given x positive, and also you will see that I can measure a distance from here to moon by centimeters, kilometers, meters, seconds, centimeters, or light years. Of course, it takes so many years, but I can walk also from here to moon, right? Yeah, suppose that I will not die. Okay, मैं नहीं मरता हूँ, then what happen? मैं छोटा-छोटा steps एक steps लेके कुछ समय के बाद मैं moon पहुंच सकता हूँ, right? That is what this Archimedean property. Okay, but this is we call AP2. This is we call AP2. This is also Archimedean property. एक मैं उसको बोल रहा हूँ AP2. So I clear AP2 statement for any positive real number and any real number. There is a natural number such that nx greater than y. समझ में आ गया? I'll stop here.